Hi Gloria, my name is Rebecca Terry and I'm going to be working with you today. You can have a seat wherever you would like.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Alright, well we'll go over this in a few minutes. Before we begin, I want to make sure I explain your rights to privacy and confidentiality because safety and well-being are very important and necessary. Everything you tell me will be kept private unless I have reason to believe you are in any way in danger to yourself or others. Further, if I expect any kind of abuse or neglect to a child, elderly person, or incapacitated adult, I am required by law to report that. Do you have any questions regarding confidentiality and when I wouldn't be able to honor your privacy?
No.
No? Alright, cool. Now that we have spent some of the formalities out of the way, what brings you here today?
Well, I'm here today because I go to the senior center and I don't have my license. I lost it a couple years ago. So my sister, she drives me to the senior center, and I really like her driving me because we get to talk and it's nice to see her.
Yeah, family friends. Good thing.
Yeah, I love her. But she's always late, so I always mix breakfast and the first activity, and I like going to the senior center because I don't have like many friends
Okay.
outside of the senior center.
Yeah.
So she's always late, and it's just getting really frustrating because I talked to her. I said, "Can you just come a little earlier? Like, I really like going to the senior center,"
Yeah.
but she never comes earlier.
Okay, what kind of activities go on at the senior center that you enjoy?
I like bingo, and I like the dances.
Yeah.
I even like exercise group.
They do the exercise groups, yep. Okay. And they do breakfast, lunch, and dinner too?
Mhm.
Yep. And does she forget to, is she late for that as well? Breakfast,
Well,
lunch, and
I
dinner?
always mix breakfast and usually the first activity.
Yeah.
But then once I'm there, I make it to lunch and dinner.
Okay. Have you told her that she comes late often, that you would like to be at the activities earlier?
Yeah, I tell her. I mean, I told her at least 10 times it seems,
Mm-hmm.
but she never comes any earlier. Like I don't want to be unappreciative because she's giving me a ride.
She's giving you the ride. Exactly.
And
So-
I wouldn't be able to get there without the ride.
So you're telling me that you're feeling like unhappy, down, and disappointed because she's not like picking you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you want to make those activities.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. So you told her about it. What is her reaction when you tell her that she's late?
She just says, "Yeah, I'll be here earlier tomorrow."
Okay.
And I just let it go. If
Yeah.
she said she's gonna be there earlier tomorrow, she's gonna be there earlier tomorrow.
All right. There's a couple things you can do. My perspective is maybe you can. There is a shuttle bus at the end of your neighborhood. Since you're not able to drive, you can go to the shuttle. It picks up all the seniors every morning around 10 o'clock, and you can go right to the senior center. The bus ride is not that long. It's like maybe 6 minutes because the senior center is right down the street from you. So that's always an option. You can always tell your sister and say, hey, like I really enjoy doing the activities during the day and I like making time for breakfast. Is there any way you can pick me up really early? Maybe you can do like a compromise to pick up early. Maybe if there's a local friend around that will drive you, if she doesn't feel like, if your sister doesn't get mad, you can be like, hey, like I found a friend who likes to do the early activities with me because I know you don't maybe enjoy the early activities. Does she enjoy the early activities in the morning, or she just doesn't really?
She doesn't
Really like them. So maybe you can find a friend because you have friends at the senior center, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So maybe if you find a friend that drives, you can be like, hey, like can you pick me up in the morning because I know you enjoy doing the early activities. My sister's not much of a morning person, so you can do that as well. Is there any friends that you know that drive to the senior center?
No, I don't know anyone who drives.
Not many. All right. Well, I suggest you taking the shuttle, or the bus, whatever is the transportation for you off of your neighborhood.
Well, that is a good idea, but I'm just nervous about talking to my sister. I'm very nervous. I don't want her to be mad at me.
Yeah.
We're too old to have tensions.
Yeah. No. Maybe you can sit down with your sister. Maybe if you just one day, like I don't think Saturdays Usually the senior center ends early.
Mhm.
And you can maybe just sit down with your sister, invite her into the house and be like, hey, like, I love going to the senior center with you. I think we should compromise on times. Like, I really enjoy going to bingo. Maybe we can head up a little bit earlier than normal and see what she says.
Mhm.
Maybe you guys will have, maybe like work it out. Do you think she'd be willing?
I can definitely try to talk to her, but I'm still very nervous about it,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'd be able to do it just by myself.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe, do you have any brothers or sisters?
They're not living.
No, right. Maybe even if you can talk to her at the senior center when you both go.
Mhm.
You go for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, maybe sit at the table just with your sister while there's people around, maybe not in like a single room, and you can try it that way.
Right, that would be better.
Yeah,
So
maybe
she
because you're
won't
in an environment that you're well known for, you know people around, like, if things don't work out.
Mhm.
Maybe the senior center working, like, sitting at a table next to each other will work out better.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't, I do recommend doing it, like, at her house or your house, if possible.
So if I was to take the bus, will you help me kind of find out how to get that in place?
Oh, yeah, of course. Maybe you and your sister could take the bus.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? After she sees you take the bus, and, like, you're there early in the morning, attendant, like, eating breakfast with everyone, having fun, maybe she'd be like, hey, I should take the bus as well. But, yeah, I would totally talk to her first, just to see where she's coming from, you know what I mean, or where you're coming from. I think talking to her would be better, other than, I don't want you just, like, leave her and be like, oh, I'm going to the bus, and she comes to your house, you know what I mean?
Right, that's definitely an important step.
Yeah, I would definitely talk to her first, see
Mhm.
where she's coming from, and work it out. I would definitely like for you to come back and let me know how it goes, and if it didn't go well, we can try something completely new,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah,
I think
I'd
it'd be
like to
better
do
if
that.
you gave me her feedback and what she said, so I can maybe kind of evaluate it, and maybe you can go at it a different way,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's do that first, see what happens, definitely come back, give me a call, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Alright, cool. And so our time is up. It was really nice meeting you, Gloria. I really appreciate you being so honest with me. I've heard you just felt like you were just mad at your sister and like you want to be at the activity, so we'll
Mhm.
definitely work on that if you come back. We have decided to discuss some strategies approaching that. So for the next session, we can talk about this. Just let me know.
Mhm.
Alright? So it was great
Yes.
meeting you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.